We're back, Broncos country. Welcome into the Broncos Breakdown by Chat Sports. My name is Moose. And yes, we officially have training camp news. Yesterday's news, just Pat Surtain and Mike McGlinchey coming to the microphone, doing a little press conference. But now we got actual Broncos football to talk about. All right, so before we get into the major takeaways from at least day 2, I thought that I would help you guys out by helping me out. See how we do that things here? All right, so here's what we've got. The Noti gang is ready for you to help us hit 12% of our subscribers. So the first thing you got to do is subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Step 2, click the Noti bell. Super easy. All you got to do, click it. It'll go right through, and then select the all option so that you never miss any Broncos content that we throw your way. Let's start off with the most simplest of news. The Broncos had perfect attendance today. That's pretty insane. No holdouts, no major injuries to report. It was a very clean operative day for the Denver Broncos, and Sean Payton alluded to that. We'll touch on that here in just a little bit. First bit of takeaway news here. Dre Greenlaw is as advertised. One of the main things that at least I was not concerned about, but it was a question mark at least to me, was how is Dre Greenlaw going to look the first couple of days at Broncos training camp? Is it going to be kind of a tough way to get integrated into it? Is he going to come out swinging? And according to all the reports, he gelled right in like a true NFL veteran. Here's the first look at what he looks like in a Broncos uniform, looking jacked, looking swole, and honestly, kind of looking like he's ready to go play some football at least tomorrow if it were to happen. Zach Stevens, who you're going to hear a lot from in today's episode like we do normally, he was boots on the ground today and for the rest of the week in Broncos training camp, said Sean Payton claimed that Dre Greenlaw looked really good at his first practice. So that's the good thing. When your head coach is giving you praise at the microphone saying, yeah, he looked great. And we know how Sean Payton operates. He's not going to divulge too much. He's not going to go out there and sing the praises of any one particular player. He's going to give short, concise answers, and then he's going to move on. So to hear that he's playing good means Greenlaw's playing good. Here's my mini takeaway for Dre Greenlaw and something that I'd like to see him kind of get to during training camp. Becoming the signal caller of this defense. This is your first real chance now, at least for Dre, to showcase your ability to communicate as the Mike linebacker. In San Francisco, it was Fred Warner. Now is your time on your team as the middle linebacker to take over this defense. So I think if he can establish himself as a lead communicator, that's going to do wonders for this defense, considering there are a lot of leaders and really good communicators already in a lot of the Broncos players. So let me ask you this. Let's go fast forward and head to the end of the season here. 100 tackles for Dre Greenlaw. Is he going to do it? Over or under? I'm going to say he goes over. I'm thinking he stays healthy for all 17 games, prioritizes his health a little bit more, and then shows us exactly why the Broncos paid him all of that money. So I'm taking my over. Either way, let me know in the comment section down below. Our second takeaway. Sean Payton is impressed with the entirety of the team. So we got a couple of tidbits here and news nuggets from Zach Stevens, who again was boots on the ground. Sean Payton said this year was one of the cleaner report days he's had in terms of players' health. That's a great sign. But he also noted that this is a very clean day from a schematics perspective. He also put out there that they're going to implement some load management for a lot of different players, meaning not every single player is going to practice every single day. So that's good news, at least to me, because the last thing that we Broncos fans want to see is, hey, Dre Greenlaw didn't practice today. What? Why? Well, he's putting it out there automatically saying it's load management. There's nothing to be concerned about. If there are any injuries, we will be sure to let you know. Sean Payton has also been kind of vague, as I mentioned before, in his prior statements. So he did mention, at least when he was asked about players that were on contract negotiation talks, and he just said, yeah, we've got some players, and he just kind of left it at that. Now, we do know, at least from prior reports, who some of those players are. Now, this might not be every player, but at least my guesses are these three for sure. Courtland Sutton, Nick Bonito, and Zach Allen. And Zach Allen actually was said by Sean Payton as someone who was very important to the operation and success of this football team. So he's obviously another player that is, well within the confines of contract talk. Zach Stevens again reporting that this team is where they need to be and where he wanted them to be when he took the job 2 years ago. So it took 2 years to completely refabric and reshape the foundation of this football team, but it is finally here, which is great news. And I can't wait to see the product that we have on this football field in 2025. Now, we're going to continue on with our training camp takeaways. But first, a word from our sponsor. Guys, it's time to upgrade your work boot. And I'm talking about the great people over at Brunt. Take a look at this Marin design. It's unbelievable. I got to tell you, my old work boots just were not cutting it. They weren't stylish or comfortable at all, and that's where Brunt's Marin design comes in. They're not only built for the toughest job site, but they are completely waterproof. Whether it's rain, mud, or standing water, your feet are going to stay dry. And like I said, my old work boots, no style or comfort whatsoever. But now I don't have to sacrifice any of that or the durability with Brunt. They built tough boots that feel great from day one. No break-in, no sore feet, because the people out there doing the real work shouldn't have to choose between comfort and durability. Brunt isn't just about work boots, though. They offer a full range of high-performance gear built for the tough jobs, for heavy-duty work pants to weather-resistant jackets. Brunt designs durable, reliable workwear to keep you protected and productive in any condition. Brunt was tired of workwear brands out there just cutting corners. You work way too hard to be stuck in uncomfortable boots, my friends, that just don't hold up. So they built something better. Boots that are insanely comfortable and built for any job site. So here's what we got going on. For a limited time, our listeners get $10 off at Brunt when you use code CHAT at checkout. That's CHAT. Just head to bruntworkwear.com. Use the code CHAT, and you're good to go. And after you order, they're going to ask where you heard about Brunt. Do us a favor. Tell us it was the people from Chat Sports and Broncos Breakdown. One more time, that's the code CHAT, CHAT, at bruntworkwear.com. Our third major takeaway is RJ Harvey's foot speed, which is absolutely wicked. Now, I can't show you the videos that we watched because copyright issues, but let me tell you, from the film that I saw, his feet are so much quicker than J.K. Dobbins, which, of course, was to be expected. This isn't a, problem area for J.K. Dobbins, but more so a surprise from RJ Harvey. I knew he was fast from east to west, but I didn't realize just how lightning quick his feet looked. And there is one chart that I want to kind of bring up to you about the Broncos' 2024 rushing efficiency. I want you to take a note at something. Look at how bad the rushing efficiency was, between the left guard, the mid, and the right end. This is terrible. Javonte Williams didn't offer much in terms of being able to kind of bulldoze your way through the middle or anything on the outside. Meaning what? Well, with J.K. Dobbins, that north to south strength that you're looking for can plow through the left guard, the A gap and the B gap. That's going to get fixed. And of course, the outside run, where RJ Harvey excels. Did you know that he was 8.2 yards per carry on outside runs last year in college football? But that was number one in D1 FBS. That's incredible. Higher than Ashton Genty and higher than Omarion Hampton. So this thunder and lightning combo that RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins are going to bring to the table should automatically and absolutely fix the Broncos' rushing woes. So my little mini takeaway for RJ Harvey, trust that your time is coming. This is a chance to learn behind a very talented running back. And remember, J.K. Dobbins is just on a one-year deal. If he decides to skip town next year after this season, it's RJ Harvey's team. And it could very well be his team this year. It might not be week 1, but it could be any time after that, week 4, week 5, week 6. So I'll ask you, if you had to pick a week 1 starter tomorrow, like the Titans game starts tomorrow, who are you picking as your RB1, your lead back? I have to go with J.K. Dobbins. But like I said, that could very easily change within a couple of weeks. So RJ Harvey is not that far behind. But this, like I said, is the perfect time for Harvey to learn behind JK. Our fourth takeaway, Bo Nix is cooking. I mean, he looks like a completely different version of himself from just a year ago. In fact, did you know this? Here's an interesting tidbit for you. He spent time with Drew Brees this summer. Went and visited him and his family, picked his brain on a couple of things. Obviously, Brees, a Hall of Fame quarterback that played under Payton. So understanding from the mind of a Hall of Famer who played under Payton is something that is invaluable. And the play of the day involved Bo Nix, of course, being a tight window throw to Adam Troutman, by the way, where he kind of fit a ball in through a really tight window. The crowd, or at least the media members, not a crowd there, but the media members were oohing and eyeing. Very cool spectacle and very cool sight to see. So Bo clearly understands the offense better. He looks more comfortable barking out plays. His gelling with his wide receivers looks far better than it did in 2024. But I still have one ask of him, at least for the remainder of the season. Do not be afraid to take the risks downfield. This passing chart perfectly encapsulates, in my opinion, just how bad the Broncos' deep game was last year. Notice how high and hot that heat chart is on the left, and then the passing results by location. Almost all of it is by the line of scrimmage. There's very little down the field. And then, of course, success rate by location is terrible far left. So you're seeing the evolution of Bo Nix before your very eyes. I get it. It's training camp. No real full pads yet and no actual competition outside of the players that you're playing against. But it still looks night and day difference than it did last summer. And then how about a little bit of punter news to end the day and end the show, shall we? Jeremey Crawshaw's iron leg was on display. Maybe not in the way that you think. I mean, he's got a really strong leg. It's a cannon. But there are some consistency issues. Sean Payton added that, we need to work on consistency, which is a light way of saying he was all over the place. But he is displaying that massive leg talent, which, of course, Payton called exciting. Special teams, by the way, is going to be very important this year. I truly believe that special teams can account for 1 to 3 wins on the season. Think about how many times last year it bit the Broncos in the butt. They were 1 in 6 last year in one-score games. 1 in 6 in one-score games. That's terrible. But also, did you know that 6 out of the top 10 teams last year in special teams were playoff teams? So the top 10 special teams units in the NFL, 6 out of those teams were playoff teams. It matters. And Darren Rizzi is an excellent addition to this team, one of the best special teams coaches in the entirety of the NFL. There's a reason that players in New Orleans didn't want him to go. And they have a great connection, him and Sean Payton. They have a great relationship together. So this year more than ever, the Broncos special team unit is going to be called upon to at least hold their ground and ice games out. If you made it to the end of today's video, remember, we've got a lot more coming your way. So if you did, type real one in the comment section down below. It just lets me know who the real fans are. And if you haven't made it to the end of the video, I highly recommend finishing our video next time because, hey, it helps us out and you get more Broncos content. My name is Moose. Remember, if you have not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. Like the video, and as always, be cool.